Van Halen. We're about to feel that love tonight.
We're getting funny in the back of my car. I'm sorry, honey, if I took you just a little too far. Yeah.
Nowadays, you just don't take it far enough. Well, welcome everybody. Chingao.
There we go.
Chinga, no podemos tener un pinche day off. Ahora lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, todos los pinches días. Chingao. All for you all.
Yep.
No more Tuesday Night Live. Now it's Monday Night Live, and it's brought to you by the My PVT Network Studios and Dr. T's Primary Care for Men. IV vitamin infusion therapy, testosterone, COVID test, sermorelin. They've got the Trimix. If you've never heard of the Trimix, look it up. It'll keep you going for 2 hours. And after 4 hours, you probably have to call the doctor, all right? And call Dr. T's. Thursday is for women. Call 956-441-2188. We also want to thank the law office of Rene A. Flores, hashtag DWI expert. It's 956-316-1991. If you have any problems, any type of issues legally, or if they pulled you over this Christmas weekend or Christmas vacation or holiday season and you got a DWI pending, this guy's not called the hashtag DWI expert for nothing. Give him a call, Rene Flores, 956-316-1991. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, okay? Like, subscribe, and share, because that helps us out a lot. Our station, our channel, it's growing huge. And every time you hit that thumbs up, people get it. The other day, we had some girls from the Dominican Republic coming on our chat zone saying, no sé cómo llegué a este canal, pero me encanta.
Yes.
And it's because people hit the like button and, and hashtags and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Also, don't forget, we got Patreon, Cash App, and we have merchandise. If you look in the description, you can order a hashtag PVT t-shirt. If you become part of our Patreon club, the $25 membership is what gets you this special hashtag PVT t-shirt that nobody else gets except Patreon members. And plus, we're going to be doing contests on Patreon as well. And Cash App if you want to send us a 5 or 10. And we've got Raymond Horta here today. Woo! If you want to send him a tip, go ahead and do that as well. How you doing, Raymond?
Thank you so much for having me, bro. It's a great honor to be on the prestigious. Hey, I've been seeing. I see the equipment upgrades you're doing, and this is next level, first class production, bro. Woo. El Telemundo Univision no trae nada bajo el hood.
Madre, vato.
Aquí estás como NASA, bro. You have several rocket engineers running this board in the back. You guys need to do a whole sweep around the whole tour. I mean, the studio is insane.
Tenemos unas lámparas electrónicas brutas.
Puras LED lights. Oye, parece un music video de Pete Diddy aquí adentro, carnal.
Cállate la boca, shut up. Y de con Rally aquí, ¿no? How you doing, Rally?
Yeah.
La boca, shut
up. Hello.
She's ready for a hip-hop video.
I am, right?
Yeah.
It's the animal print, I think, that's got me a little while. Hey,
Cálmate. Pon el wet floor sign, por favor.
What's going on, Mama? How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have Raymond here as well, and it's a beautiful night.
Yeah, Raymond, man, I called him today because Ron and Felicia couldn't make it in tonight. Unfortunately, their grandfather passed away.
Oh, man.
This weekend, and our condolences going out to the Nino family in Mission. Very nice family, and their grandfather was just an outstanding and amazing common sense person. He started in the 1950s working at a gasoline station as an attendant. And he had, he wanted to be his own boss. So he put up shop on Holland and Mission, Tom Landry. A little shop there, man, that was there for decades.
Wow.
And he put his kids through college and worked there till he was like, he couldn't work anymore, bro. I mean, he was the type that he was going to get up and go work every day. He don't care.
Wow.
Until he can no longer work.
Una máquina.
He was just like that, man, because he had, he had a lot of good friends in the community. If he needed parts or anything like that, he had friends that, will take care of him. But loved baseball. Very nice individual, man. I mean, it's that generation, bro, that ain't going to come back, bro.
Puros trabajadores, bro.
Yeah. These guys that work hard and, you know, and common sense, dude. You know, I was just like, we were talking with Louis Palacios from what's the name of the place, babe? It's the Shack?
The Shack.
The Vitamin Shack?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking last week that he put up a post about hiring people. And what's wrong with these kids nowadays? You know,
Tiene jale and nobody's wanting to apply or what?
they're asking, well, they want to make their own hours. They, you know, yeah, they want to get paid what they want to get paid. And he said that a mom called him and asked him, I'm calling for my son because he's looking for a job. And he goes, well, okay, how old's your son? 26.
Hueso, ya
Oh, my
tiene
goodness.
pelos en la...
And I was like, dude, I was just thinking today I made a post because it was cold today, right?
Yeah.
And I made a post on social media. When I got off, I could smell a little, I don't know, just something hit me, an aroma. Because in the cold weather, the aromas are so much stronger.
Yeah?
Like the mesquite burning,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and stuff like that.
It's because the air is more dense.
I guess that's why, man.
Yeah.
And I remember, me dio una patada de burning orange peelings.
Oh, yeah, like
Like when you pass Mission,
yeah.
and you smell them burning the orange peels from
Yeah.
the citrus company where they're making the juice.
My grandma used to do that in Cerralbo, Nuevo León.
Yeah.
And she would do it as like a incense or like make the house smell good like that.
Well, at the company, and it reminded me because my dad and Raleigh was here. We were talking about it. My dad used to have 10 acres of citrus, and then I had a friend named Robert Rivera, and he would always go pick me up at the house and let's go work. And I'm 13, 14 years old, dude. I ain't lying. 1980, 81, 82. And we go pick oranges during our Christmas vacation because we're off from school, right? So we'd go out picking oranges and we'd fill up trucks and troques de puro canastos de naranja, carnal. You know?
Puro man work.
And then we'd jump, and when it was full, it was like, órale, sale. We'd get on the truck y nos llevamos con el driver pa'l Texan ahí en Westlaco, bro. And when we were getting close, we could smell it, dude. We could smell the burning orange skins, you know?
It's one of those smells that you'll never forget. And as soon as you smell a hint of it, it's like, oh, it like triggers all sorts of memories.
And I doubted anybody upstate, you know, has ever, because the valley was citrus,
Yeah.
and so was Florida, and maybe California as well. But not many states know that aroma unless you live close to a place that used to, you know, make orange juice like Texan. And I remember the Texan, los botes de Texan. Eran botes chingones, vato.
Yeah, dude.
Y estaba bien concentrated el jugo de aire,
Dude,
carnal.
I remember that, bro. Yeah.
Estaba bruto con la vodka, carnal.
Para los salty dogs, carnal. Ataca la cruda. Ataca la cruda.
Ya. Se acababa el orange juice. Pa' que venga la...
Pa' fuera el oso negro.
Yeah. All right. So what have you been up to?
Bro, I've been just stirring the pot, if you can call it that. I'm a professional button pusher, and that's what I've been doing because
A provocateur.
Hey, I like that.
¿Lo quieres, carnal?
Hey, I'm gonna have to take that from you. The check's in the mail, carnal.
Professional provocateur.
La voy a poner en el resume, en el resume.
And if you're gonna put it, you know, professional Valley Talk style, profesional provocatero.
That's exactly what I'm doing. And the name of the game is staying relevant.
Yeah.
Name of the game is staying relevant, and people might say what they say, but staying relevant is the hardest part of comedy, especially when there's nothing going on. Like there's literally everything's been canceled. Everything like outdoor events, everything that you had as material is really pretty much at a standstill. So it's like, man, how do we even create comedy during this time?
It is very tough. You were telling me that they were asking you to do it Zoom style.
Yeah, dude.
And that's like having sex with a mannequin or something, isn't it, man?
And not only that, but you have to take the mannequin out to dinner first. And it's
Yeah.
just like, why is that? Ugh, that's weird.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's that dude with a rubber doll at the dinner table. It's like, what do you like to do for fun?
You know, that was something that became very popular at the beginning of the COVID deal was, online tip jars and
Yeah.
virtual, performances. everybody was getting into it. It really didn't catch on, man.
Pal comedy, dude, I'll be honest. The audience wins. If the comedian is good, like I am, if I'm the guy doing comedy, the audience is going to laugh.
Yeah.
The only thing is I don't get any of that audience energy, bro. Like being live in front of a room.
You know what you got to do? I know what you got to do.
What's up?
You got to get a little board like I do with headphones, and while you're doing comedy, you throw in the laughter like the NFL's putting in the audience.
I have a little soundboard with laughter, like laugh track, but
Yeah.
as far as like I could even do the jokes that don't do good, I'll still laugh at them. Like,
and hit it even more.
yeah. Puro super spreader event ahí, carnal.
Yeah, you know how we are, bro.
Yeah.
The worst jokes get the more laugh, and then
Bro.
the good joke get a little bit.
Hice un joke una vez, carnal. I was talking, dude, this is a crazy story. I was doing a show, and there was a lady in the front row cagándose de risa, bro. I mean, great laughter, bro.
See?
And I remember saying a joke where I'm talking about visiting my grandpa in the hospital, y salgo yo pa afuera, and I go, man, and I was in the hallway, getting a breath of, swine flu. Yeah. And y la gente se like, they laughed, right? And then later on in the show, estaba hablando de mi tía, que pues she can't buy jeans anymore porque está bien, hashtag ta chingona.
No está cuachona.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Not quite at that
She's
level.
right pre-cuachona. That is right now. She's
Check her cuachona numbers.
Yeah.
That borderline cuachona.
Y si vives en Mercedes, you gotta say it backwards. Chonacuach.
Chonacuach.
Tamea chonacuach. La caruk. La ruca. Cuachona la ruca.
Yeah.
Así no se ofende.
Yeah.
Because we have a
That
very
was-
sensitive culture nowadays, dude.
Now it's not hate speech.
Yeah, no, hombre. Te hacen vende Twitter ahora.
Hey, ya me hicieron suspend, carnal.
No le digas nada en cuachona porque cállate la boca
Oye,
chera.
y estaba hablando that my tía no longer buy jeans, so she has to wear leggings regardless of how paper thin they may stretch.
No me digas que son yoga pants.
I think, sí, yoga pants,
They
pero...
are. Those are leggings.
Yeah, pero son de fallas paredes, carnal.
Yeah.
talco de-
Y cada vez que se los pone fallas.
Oye, y no, hombre, haz de cuenta es un paper maché bien delgadito, carnal. And no, hombre, and I said it in the show que se empina y se le guacha toda la brown recluse, right?
Y la más venenosa de todas. Esa te muerde y para mañana se te cae el pie.
Oye. That's some raw stuff right there, baby. That's some raw stuff. Oye, dude, well, I said that, and this chick in the front, bro, was laughing. Con madre. And afterwards, she comes up and tells me that she had just lost her mom that week.
Mm-hmm.
Que le picó una brown recluse.
Oh,
Shoot.
And that she got swine flu from it.
really?
Yeah. And she said that my show was confirmation her mom was talking to her, because that was the first time I'd ever done that joke. Like, nomás salió así. Like, I was improvising at that time.
I've heard of that stuff.
And it was like her mom was making
A spiritual contact.
Yeah, pero yo sin saber, I was just doing a show, and she said it was my mom trying to communicate to me through you and letting me know that everything's gonna be okay.
You were the human Ouija board.
So, bro,
Ouija
yeah.
board. Yeah.
So no, I freak out because there's people that are needing that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like losing her mom that week. I bet you she thought she'd never laugh again.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in the front row, dude, laughing at every single joke. You've been to some of my shows where there's people in the crowd, they get every single joke.
Carcajeadas.
Where like even the setups are they're laughing at the setup before the punchline's even getting there.
Simón.
And they're already seeing it and they're getting like anticipating it, you know?
Yeah.
People need, así estaba riéndose. And like days after losing her mom, people are out there right now with losing family members
Yeah.
and needing to laugh. And it's a medicine, bro. I mean,
sí, bro.
it's an honest medicine. There's no, like when they say laughter is the best medicine on the planet, they're not even joking. There's no side effects to laughing. There's just great effects to the human body from laughing.
Pues es una droga, carnal.
Yeah,
It's
really
an
is.
emotional drug.
It says release serotonin y dopamine y all the feel good hormones.
Yeah, and it is positive.
Yeah, it
It's not
raises your
negative.
immune system.
Yeah.
It lowers your cholesterol and it actually beats cancer cells. Like I've done a lot of medical research into this.
And the woke culture doesn't like that stuff.
No, they want to cancel it.
They want us all to be miserable.
Yeah, they want
In misery.
Bill Maher style comedy.
Yeah.
Negative. Dude, you know who I've been watching?
Negative shitting on people and shit, man.
Michael Ian Rappaport. You ever
yeah.
Puro
pinche maldición ese vato.
pura
I don't
maldición,
find
bro.
And he's got a lot of followers, dude. Yo no lo percibo ese vato.
Yeah.
No le hallo nada a
And
ese vato.
every word that he's saying is a negative cuss word. It's attacking. It's condescending.
But that's his style.
No, pero
Es como pinche Sam Kinison, bro.
Pero
y
there's a
esos
way
vatos.
to be.
No más que ese vato no tiene comedy talent,
Yeah.
vato, ¿me entiendes? He's an actor. No, es un actor ese vato, no. I
don't
remember seeing him in some movie about a hip-hop thing or something. I don't know, but
Que
I'm
se
not
aviente
really a
stand-up
fan.
comedy.
Do you follow that guy?
No, bro. I have better things to
Le
do.
ponen
in my life.
atención a ese vato, no? I mean,
See, bro, because he's spewing what they want as far as the agenda goes.
yeah.
He's spewing that rhetoric, that hate Trump rhetoric that they love. They want to just put that forefront. They want to make believe that all of America feels like that.
That it's the majority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll push his account to show, this is the popular view. This is it's pura media manipulation, carnal.
Pues ya sabes, me and Raymond were talking about that earlier, that, in the past 32 years, I've learned the art of manipulation, mind manipulation through radio and through media and even through here. I mean, there was one time, babe, when Eddie Cavazos, the guy that kind of like got me into starting this, he would put on social media, no metas en el pinche garaje, vato, que pinche los estudios en McAllen y que la chingada. So I went to our television studio and I was like there showing lights and like that, and then I made it out like, ¿quieres que te enseñe el studio? Mira, I don't like to brag, pero mira, les voy a dar un little tour. And people actually thought that was my studio.
Yo por eso te hago hype, güey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo te hago hype and make believe that that's your studio, bro. Pero you want to break kayfabe, es pedo tuyo.
I'll break
yeah?
kayfabe. I mean, it's just an example of how the media can manipulate the mind. And some people will say, Del hocico, bro.
But some people are real gullible and just
and
naive.
that's like 80%.
Uh-huh, maybe
80% of the people.
Rock tiene chingo de equipaje.
Hey, pa cuando you know what I did, dude?
Yeah.
Check this out, bro.
Ay.
I got a letter, like a little package, and it said Congress of the U.S.
Like official.
And I took a picture of the corner, and I put on social media. All right, my papers to run for the next election got here. Right?
¿Y qué dijeron la gente, güey?
I was on other posts commenting and me hand, this guy's actually thinking of running. Y que la chingada.
Oh my God.
I opened it up. It was a freaking calendar de Vicente González, carnal. What really freaked me out is in the front of the letter, it said paid by taxpayers.
Paid by taxpayer
Yeah.
money, vato.
So, hey,
free publicity, el vato.
Felicidades, carnal. Les compramos un calendario a ustedes para que le den para
Ey,
Brandon.
y estaba
Puro
así como-
promotional item estamos pagando nosotros, carnal.
Oye, pásame un poquito de taxpayer money para acá. Hacer un guerrilla campaign.
Hacemos un pinche calendar bruto,
Así,
carnal.
con
February, con una rosa en el tú sabes qué, y la chingada.
con un
¿entiendes?
spiro bien paletoso. vato. Lime green, así para que se bache toda la papa.
Me lo pongo al revés.
Pues se va a echar puras carnitas por el lado. Ahí, se le está cayendo el machito.
Las verijas todas soquetosas ahí.
Looks like an Arby's sandwich fell in the sand.
Con chingos de horseradish en el... hijo de-
Comedian extraordinaire, baby.
All right. So now that we got to do rallies headlines.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's got a headline for us, ladies and gentlemen. So this is Rally's headline. All right.
Ooh. Hey, guys.
So let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Parler CEO prepared to take full legal action after big tech companies target the platform. So Parler founder and CEO John Matza said his company is prepared to take full legal action after several big tech companies suspended the social media network from their services, according to an email. So we're showing you the app on the phone. That's what it looks like. So John Matza, Parler's founder, told the what is that?
Epoch Times.
Oh, Epoch Times.
Yeah, that's a newspaper. That's a news organization.
A credible news organization.
Oh, is it credible though?
Yeah, I like
Oh,
it.
okay.
They're not owned by any corporation.
Yeah,
Okay. I thought it was supposed to be the Times.
they got some amazing documentary series that you guys need to watch. Epoch Times.
Epoch Times. Okay, so the Parler founder told Epoch Times in an email that he believes Apple, Google, and Amazon had acted in bad faith and that the social media platform is considering legal action. So this was really shocking to me. Like shocking, but not really shocking because we all knew it was coming, but we really did not think that it would happen so quick, I guess. And
It was an instant purge on them.
it was an instant purge. Yes.
It lasted a weekend. I mean, these guys. What happened, ladies and gentlemen, is that Twitter, they deplatformed permanently President Trump, right? Mm-hmm. And so an exodus has already occurred from Twitter because what I was saying is, look, not only are the fans going to leave Twitter, the fans of President Trump,
Yeah.
but also the haters.
Yeah.
Because they don't have anybody. That was their main target to troll.
That was the only reason I joined Twitter, is to really support President Trump and like really troll pro-Trump on Twitter.
And look, if Twitter, I think, had more people to troll Trump than, I mean, those guys are gone. I mean, they're going to split. They're going to fall wherever Trump goes. They're going to go that route. And
Trump might even make his own social media app.
well, that's what he
should.
That's what they were saying.
I believe it's going to be called like the Freedom app or the Freedom.
But who knows what
Something
that
like
guy's going to do, bro? I mean, he's gone in next Wednesday. That's it.
Well,
Next Wednesday, that's it. And
I got some bets going the other way.
But what was shocking is how they're calling it collusive oligarchy.
Alam. Oye, cálmate con las palabras de Harvard, bro. Cálmate con las palabras. Did you take your ACT o qué, carnal?
Pinche, fui pa UT, University of Tamaulipas, carnal. University of Taquacheville.
Oye, eso de... Tacuache Tech.
Yeah. Yeah. So, man, it's that's what they're calling it, collusive oligarchy, because those oligarchs have created a monopoly, right? Mm-hmm. Apple,
Yeah.
Google, Facebook, Twitter, and they're all big time. They monopolize the information.
It's insane how crazy it's gotten.
Yeah, it is.
What is
Hey,
your
you-
thought?
you-
What are your thoughts on that?
My thought process is this: if people are okay with censoring the president because Twitter is a private company, then every single private company out there should just open up for business 100% and never let the government shut them down ever again. Because if they're going to hold the same protection of Twitter as a private company, all these private companies are suffering because of this government lockdown. We should be able to just open up shop full on tilt. And the people that want to stay home and are scared of the virus, let them stay home. Let freedom open up full tilt. I may be saying an unpopular opinion because people are scared and there's a new COVID variant going on now. Mm-hmm. But
that doesn't give you any harder symptoms, but it's more contagious.
yeah, and I mean, there's more people dying from the lockdowns than from COVID.
That's true.
From depression, from spousal abuse. Look at what happened on New Year's Eve. The guy from Edinburgh shot his mother-in-law and his girlfriend or wife. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you think that argument was about? Probably money. Why is the argument about money? Because everything's locked down. everybody's having a hard time.
Which, I mean, it's hard to kind of evaluate that situation because that happens a lot during the holidays.
Yeah.
People get depressed, people get anxiety. And then if you're locked down like this and you're not able to go out and enjoy a comedy show or enjoy a football game or enjoy, dancing, somewhere to get some steam, that's what it was all about. And back in the day, Friday, Saturday.
Or even the gym.
Yeah, working out at the gym. I mean, all those things have been taken away. Like my mom, she's very active. And she's part of this group called Las Comadres. She was part of pageantry,
I
senior
saw that,
pageant.
yeah.
I was sponsoring her on the paper, on the book, buying ads. I was asked me to MC the show. I did, and I had a wonderful time. It was great being with the ladies.
Yeah.
And seeing their smile and at their age, being proud of who they are,
Yeah, still finding themselves sexy and attractive.
And that keeps them healthy, dude.
Absolutely.
You know what? And it was taken away from my mom,
A lot of the issues también come to stem from the fear. Fear demoralizes like your immune system. It causes you to get sick. Fear itself is actually part of the reason that people are getting sick.
I ask Rally. I never claimed to be sick or getting sick.
Yeah, tampoco.
You
I never
do.
Got the
Never.
armor of God on me, baby.
And sometimes she'll mistakenly say, or accidentally say, "Oh, you're getting sick." I am not getting sick.
Yeah.
I'm not getting sick.
You're healthy.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
And I don't have it. I don't get it. The mind is a very powerful tool, dude.
Extremely powerful. And so is the spoken word as well. So, I mean, and people don't understand that. That's why as a comedian, words are very calculated and very measured. And we try to cut the fat as often as possible. Cut the fat. And every word has to land precisely.
Yeah.
And when you speak those words, I mean, God said that the power of life and death is in the tongue. And if you can control your tongue, well, you can really control your life. Just as you say, I'm not getting sick. I am healthy. I am healthy. You're dominating your own body and mind and spirit.
And now there's a fear of saying something that you'll be attacked for.
Yeah.
And there's fear there too.
There's fear there.
Sometimes
intimidation.
You want to post something and you're like thinking, chinga, man, la gente me va a comenzar a echar chingo de cagada y la chingada. And in my case, I'm like, chinga, la gente me va a dar chingo de cagada. Es todo.
Oh, yeah.
Put it on, right?
A professional provocateur, ¿verdad? That's what you said? That's what you called it earlier?
Provocatero profesional, vato.
Licenciado el señor.
Licenciado.
And look, Raymond, you've done morning shows with me before. You saw, what I was capable of doing behind that mixer board.
Howard Stern-esque style of really poking buttons.
Yeah.
Like you got a skill. And I anytime that somebody talks smack about you, like whenever, like some people,
Como que estoy todo pendejo, no sé nada.
Yeah, like I'll see people that like try to talk smack about you. And I'm like, dude, like online and stuff. And they'll be like, oh, like they'll mention me in the comments, and I'll be like, nah, dude, like Rock actually taught me so much because of the way he would just. You guys don't understand, man. We did some stunts on the radio that are just legendary.
That people think are real to this day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We pulled some wool over the proverbial eyes of society.
Yeah. And how while we were doing it in an audio sense, where what you were hearing, you were seeing in your own mind.
That's what you taught me, the theater of the mind.
It was theater of the mind. I would tell Raymond, look, Raymond, when a girl comes in here, I'm going to describe her. And every man listening to me deliciously describing her is going to have their own perception of the woman they like in their mind.
Yeah.
They're not even going to be thinking about who. And then they see the woman and it's like, but this was this was pre-Facebook days where you couldn't go live so they could see you.
Yeah, they didn't have a webcam on the radio shows.
Now it's like the element of surprise and the element of the theater of the mind is gone, dude.
Yeah. There's no more using the imagination anymore.
Yeah, it's like you get right to the sex. You know what I mean?
Nada de foreplay, nada.
And so, and so now I know, and video-wise, we can do it as well. I know we made a couple of phone calls that weren't real, and people to this day, I'll tell them, oh, no era de verdad. Sí eres. Sí es de verdad.
Yeah.
Okay, está bueno, bro.
We staged remember the April Fool's pranks that we did?
Yeah.
Where we told people that there was a taqueria, that there was a brand new taqueria on April Fool's that was opening up, and we had multiple musicians there with us, like on three-way phone.
Yeah, from San Antonio.
Yeah,
and I had Raymond in one studio on one line, and then I'd call Raulito. I'd call Jaime de Anda that morning in San Antonio, and I'd have him on the other line. And Raymond was pretending to be at an abandoned building that had turned into a freaking restaurant.
Oh, my God.
And he was saying, aquí estamos, mira, aquí está Raulito. And then Raulito would talk from San Antonio. No, el menú está bruto aquí, Rock. Y todos los tacos bien sabrosos. And then, people started calling a little later on, right after 45 minutes. Hey, Rock, yeah. Acá estamos, vato, en la esquina de la Vista y 10th Street, vato, no hay nada. Mira, dale alrededor detrás del building, ¿qué hay? Pues nada, es un abandoned building. April Fool's, yeah. It was one of the most epic April Fool jokes I have ever come up with.
Bro, y la gente, chinga, ya me estaba saboreando el menudo, carnales.
And then some guy calls, he says, hey, I andaba Wally Gonzalez pulling his trailer around the van. He was going to go, he heard it on the radio, so he went over there.
Jam session.
I think we had Carlos Guzman on the line. We had Jaime de Anda. We had Raulito. So it was like an all-star cast at the grand opening.
I want to say Little Joe you were able to get Little Joe on the phone.
It was quite a few, man.
It was like an all-star cast.
Like, it was unbelievable to have all these artists that were hitting at the time.
Yeah.
There at this fake restaurant.
Y una taquería, like a little grand opening de una fake restaurant, bro.
Yeah. And then one time we were giving away a $10,000 10 grand?
No, 100 grand.
100 grand.
Oh, that was one of the greatest.
Yeah.
That was one of the greatest pranks I've ever been involved with.
Yeah.
For the whole morning, we said, hey, from 6 o'clock in the morning, we were telling people to stay tuned.
No. I was in the office because I was in trouble. And you guys were in there covering for me. And I came back and I was like, screw it, man. Let's do something crazy.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? We're going to give away 100 grand. And then so when we back on the air, you said, hey, Rock, what happened in the office?
Yeah.
No, bro, I went and I told him, dude, that I'm tired of not having anything to give away to our fans and our listeners.
Yeah.
And I demanded that we get something huge to give away.
Something big time.
Something big. All right, Rock, how's 100 grand? Go on the air and give 100 grand. So we're going to give 100 grand.
By the end of today's shift, we're going to give away 100 grand.
Yeah, so then we asked for like 100 calls, right?
Gosh.
Yeah.
And the winner got 100 grand chocolate bar. You know what I'm saying? Estaba bien agüitado cuando hablando. You're caller number 100. Órale! Whoa!
Yeah.
He ran all over the house screaming to his mom and shit.
He was so excited, bro. But the best thing is the whole morning we were teasing it. Like, what are you going to do with your 100 grand? And we'd give super vague answers. Oh, and I'd be like, Rock, I remember saying, I'd be like, nah, pues I'd keep it all for myself, I'd keep it all for myself. I ain't going to share nothing, And Rock said, I'd probably give half to my mom. Chocolate, he's talking about the chocolate.
Yeah. So it was 100 grand candy bar.
Sí.
But everybody got fooled.
Oye, el chief, he was talking about how it felt in the hand, No me gusta como se siente en la mano, Rock. Yeah, he's talking about the chocolate. And then by the time when we told the guy, you're color number 100, the guy was losing it. He's like, what are you going to do with your 100 grand? No me voy a pagar la troca.
Sí, no.
Y voy a poner un debt. I'm going to take out a debt.
Le voy a poner una piedra al panteón a la jefa, carnal.
Oye,
es algo muy grande para mí.
Yeah, we're like, well, how are you going to do that with a chocolate bar?
Huh?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my. It was the worst.
I felt
it was the worst.
Dude,
That's terrible.
Like, people were calling us, dude. I remember the callers leading up to the call of 100.
Yeah.
Caller number 96. Caller number 97. Y caller number 98. Right? Everybody just like losing it, right? And then after we played the prank on the guys that were 96, 97, 98 were like, de buenas que no era yo, carnal.
what we're calling back.
I would have been waiting for you guys in the parking lot con un cohete.
La madre, vato. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have experience in how the manipulation of the mind is done by news organizations, by radio stations. Howard Stern was a master at it. And by the way, his birthday's this week. But
Me friqueo because you remember that when the FCC came into effect, the reason why it came into effect because of that guy that pretended there was aliens attacking the world.
yeah, the Orwell.
Yeah, War of Worlds.
Yeah, War of the Worlds back in the 40s or something.
Yeah.
He was doing era como una novela de radio, but people thought it was real.
Yeah, like there's aliens coming down the street.
Yeah, all the hillbillies were out there with their guns waiting for the aliens and
Yeah.
stuff. It was realistic.
For people like that's what fascinated me, bro.
And that's what fascinated and turned the light bulb in the CIA and the government. Wow, we can make people believe shit.
Yep.
Crazy.
And that's what's going on. I mean, and some people are a lot easier to manipulate than others. Other people second guess it. You know, wait a second. Oh, you know, you have to be skeptical of everything you see and hear.
Did you see that video of like on New Year's Day when they showed a fireworks display on the Seattle Space Needle? And they showed like it was on TV, se watchaba like a real intense firework display.
Oh, and it was graphics.
Yeah, pero it was graphics on TV. Estaba el vato in his hotel room in Seattle looking at the TV, taking video of it, the fireworks, and then he was in Seattle looking at the Space Needle in the background of his room from his view, and there was no fireworks in Seattle at all.
No. And you know where I noticed that, right? The first time I ever noticed that kind of effect was during WrestleMania. When they show the stadium from the outside and there's fireworks around the stadium, exploding. I'm like, those fireworks aren't happening. They're adding it with the with the camera.
Yeah,
you know the
camera tricks.
Yeah, the graphics.
You don't think Vince McMahon would shell out for some fireworks though?
I think he would.
No, not for that. Not around the stadium. Inside the stadium by the stage, yes, but. You look at the freaking stadium, dude, and there's like fireworks all around the stadium. That's bullshit.
Oh.
And then another thing is when you see those fireworks on the stadium. I mean, that's basically one of the big. If you ever check out some of the WrestleManias, check out the stadium. It's not happening.
Wow.
And another thing that the movie Magic does is I'll have a gun and I'll go like that.
Yeah.
And they add
the flash.
And they add the
muzzle.
Before they had to have like a little bag in there with ketchup y la chingada.
Ketchup.
Y explotaba y la chingada. No, now it's not even done in the live. It's done through the editing.
Effects.
Yeah, through the editing. So, but going back to this this Twitter purge.
I got purged, bro. It was an honor, Hira. Like this. It's been an honor serving, sir.
I deactivated it and
So did I.
deleted the app because, first of all, I don't really get anything out of it.
Yeah, I wasn't really getting a lot of it. I had been getting throttled.
And all it is, but no, besides that, all it is just shit posting, bro.
Yeah.
It's just shit posting and it's trolling.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And, there's no in between, bro. It's either, And so, and then, Trump's out of there. So the shit posting's out the window, right? Mm-hmm. And so is the being informed by the president of the United States.
Yeah.
On his own Twitter.
Strange.
And I don't watch CNN or MSNBC or any of those news organizations, but all they ever reported on were his tweets. What are they reporting on now? There's no tweets to report, right?
And they're not nearly going after Biden as hard as they did for Trump. They're giving him softball questions.
Yeah,
and stuff.
but Biden is like Obama. They're very careful.
Yeah.
They're very diplomatic.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, Trump's another, es otro animal ese vato, bro. Ese vato. He don't think about, he don't care what anybody thinks. He's going to tell you what he wants to say.
I think it's very
And
impressive.
politicians are a lot more, they're a lot more calmados, you know what I mean?
What did you say?
I think we need to be very, up to date with our social media. Section 230.
Are you impersonating it?
Yeah. Dude, I have a new joke that I'm working on. It's Donald Trump trying to sway my grandpa into voting for him because my grandpa's a huge Democrat.
See.
And
as most older people in the valley are.
yeah, and it's
They'll
like
die Democrats.
not even Donald Trump himself, master of the art of the deal, could convince my grandpa.
the master negotiator.
And it'd be like, pues a ver, ¿qué es lo que me vas a ofrecer o qué? Porque el Biden me va a dar better healthcare, ¿verdad? Y me va a aventar el true and then the preacher, ¿verdad?
Look, he speaks Spanish, right? He speaks Spanish. Mira, señor, el Biden te va a chingar con los taxes, okay? He's gonna come after, te va a ganar tus pistolas y las carabinas que tienes, ¿verdad? Pero, that's a butt, not a dog. Si votas por mí, yo te doy una ensalada de tacos.
The taco salad.
Yeah.
Te doy una ensalada de tacos y te doy unos tickets para que mires los Dallas Cowboys como te gusta.
Pues chingado, pues está bueno. My grandpa's such a huge Cowboys fan, he'd fold.
Yeah.
Oh my
And who's ever heard? That's unheard of. To be giving somebody some type of,
Recompense for their sacred vote.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, unless you're Democrat, they're like, hey, you vote for us, we'll give you the $2,000. Nah. Come on, we got that stimmy coming, baby. We got that stimmy coming.
Me acuerdo que en Dana estaban dando pase y la
Sí,
chingada.
Dana no, there ain't
Seis
no
en
mercy,
Natural
bro.
Light y la chingada por el voto.
Hey.
Fácil.
En caliente, bro. Y they were handing it ahí con la business card, la bolsita stapled to the business card. Hey, make sure to vote for me. Here you go. Bajo el lazo ahí.
Fácil.
Pericazo.
Adentro en vez de meterte al baño, meterte un pase, te metías en el voting booth.
En el
ahí.
voting booth.
Oh my God.
Puro crushed sheetrock ahí.
Ey, pura escama.
Hashtag scama.
Cerra la curtain, carnal. Hey, Raymond, métete acá conmigo, carnal. Cierra ya. Los dos adentro, como adentro del bathroom stall. Adentro del voting booth,
There's
carnal.
not supposed to be 2 pairs of feet in the voting stall.
Órale, carnal, yo ya voté, vótale otra vez al mismo ahí. No hay pedo, y que la chica. Double the vote.
These guys voted twice.
Y ahorita que salgamos de aquí, carnal, vamos a ir a sacar unas cajas debajo de aquella mesa, nomás que corran a todos para comenzar a contar esos votos también, carnal. ¿Está bueno? Órale, susta, me aguanta. Aquí no hay nada de ese jale, carnal.
Of course not.
Nada de fraud.
Ya.
No hay nada de fraud.
Ey, no digas este jale, carnal, aquí, carnal. Hey, so anyway, Twitter lost $5 billion in market value after Trump is permanently barred from the platform.
Man.
$5 billion, and it says here, Twitter's stock price tumbled as much as 12% on Monday, erasing $5 billion from its market capitalization. The tumble followed the social media group's permanent suspension of President Donald Trump's account on Friday. After close review of recent tweets from the Real Donald Trump account and the context around them, we have permanently suspended the account due to the risk of further incitement of violence, Twitter said. Trump, who had about 88 million followers, which not all of them were supporters.
Exactly.
There are a lot of trolls in there as well. Generated enormous publicity for the platform with his controversial and incendiary, how do you say that word?
Incendiary.
There you go. Incendiary tweets
mira.
over
There
the
you go.
past 6 years. Pinche café está con madre, carnal. Cállate la boca, shut up. And estaban calientes los tweets, carnal. Estaban flamosos.
Yeah, you got that right.
So they lost a lot of money, man. And Twitter stock fell as much as 12% on Monday, which is today. And
12%, man.
And I'm pretty sure that they're probably either going to zoom in Jack Dorsey or they're going to fly him in from Venus, where he lives. And
In the underworld.
and I don't know what they're going to do. Do you see them bouncing back these $5 billion, bro?
Nah, dude. I sincerely feel that it's just the beginning of the Twitter downfall. I really feel they're going to take it down completely for censoring Trump from putting out information during a time, because they're going to find out that they interfered because they kept Biden's son's laptop from being pre-election being put out there.
Well,
That's already
some guy was considering them. He was saying that they're like super PACs. Twitter and Facebook.
That they're like under umbrellas of protection.
They're super PACs for the Democrats and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
In other words, I don't know what they call it when they don't give you money, but they give you like, favors.
Yeah, they prop you up on their platforms and everything.
Yeah, in-kind contribution it's called.
Yes, in kind.
I think it's called an in-kind contribution to the campaign. It's like when CNN would have Joe Biden for an hour or any other politician for an hour, and they have free an hour, no commercials, and it's like some people would say, hey, that's an in-kind contribution, man. They got to give every politician that's running or the people running against them in the same race the same hour.
Yeah.
Not just one of them. They got to be and that's why, like, when they buy advertisement on radio, at the end, it's got to say paid for by the candidate.
Yeah.
Because there's some election laws about that stuff.
Paid for by the political advertisement.
But now there's some new places that are popping up. Gab is one of the new. Well, they've been around for a while. Actually,
is that an app?
There's no app that I can find on that. It's just online.
Online, like a website.
Yeah,
online?
and of course, Apple, they took down the app for Parler, and so did Google. Mm-hmm. So Gab, and then Parler, Amazon cut their server service.
Wow.
Jeff Bezos, who's with the Washington Post and trillionaire, right? So he cut the servers for the Parler, so they're not even online. So they're trying to restructure. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but Gab has created their own servers.
Yeah, they have it all set up internally.
Yeah. So there's no way they can be deplatformed because they have their own servers. Also, they're creating their own phone. So Gab is creating a phone where you'll be able to get their app.
Man, wow.
So there's a lot of changes going on. This might be bad, but it can also be good. There's always, a pro and con to...
The free market is always innovating.
Yeah. The thing about it that was scary is that these FANG, they're calling them FAANG. It's like Facebook, Amazon, and it's like FANG. Let me see. I'll tell you what it is. FANG is, and it's a stock. FANG stock's definition. It is Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. FANG. That's like the big stock. What are FANG? In finance, FANG is an acronym that refers to the stock of live prominent American technology companies: Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google, formerly known as, or they're Alphabet now, but it's formerly known as Google. The term was coined by Jim Cramer, the television host of CNBC Mad Money, in 2013, who praised these companies for being totally dominant in their markets. Originally, the term FANG was used with Apple, the second A in the acronym added on in 2017. So those are the monsters out there, bro. That's the corporate monster.
Yeah.
FANG.
Scary.
FAANG. What a appropriate acronym, right?
Yeah. Rather biblical, I think.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, but, some people might say that, Twitter's got so much money. What could $5 billion do to them? But they count every penny, bro.
Yeah.
They count every penny. The shareholders, they want to know what's going on. What are you going to do?
The reptilian overlords.
Do I have to sell everything right now?
Yeah.
Another thing that took a plunge, I don't know, you might know more about that. I haven't really looked into it, is Bitcoin.
Oh, it took a little plunge. Yeah.
It took a plunge as well.
I'm glad I'm so glad I'm so smart because I pulled my money out right on time.
What is this
good.
Bitcoin stuff, bro?
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency is tied to the blockchain. That's the future right there.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
We're getting post Google is going to be blockchain.
Blockchain, man. Anything that you can find that's blockchain centered, especially like social media platforms. There's a couple of video social media platforms that are going to be centered around the blockchain. That's going to be the future, bro. Any apps that are blockchain centered, that means that once the blockchain is everybody's working together to keep everybody accountable, So like, say, for example, I have a bank account, but it's also tied to your bank account, but it's also tied to everybody's bank account. And nobody can do fraudulent activity without everybody else knowing what you're doing. you know. So it's kind of it's a new way to keep everybody in checks and balances. Will it work?
So si sacas feria del banco, la ruca se va a dar cuenta de
Yeah.
volada. ¿Qué chingados estás haciendo sacando feria del banco? You're not asking me if you could take out $20.
And, yeah.
¿Dónde chingados vas? You know?
And so exactly, and you're gonna say, "Well, man, if everybody's gonna know what I'm gonna use this money for, I might as well just leave it there."
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps everybody accountable, and I guess
I don't know about that, bro.
it's a you know how central bank, like the central bank is the Federal Reserve, right? Well, if you were to decentralize that and leave everybody in charge of their own money, to be able to print their own money, like what would that do?
Well, I know some people that would print more than what they need and spend it.
Exactly.
And, you know, it's all
But
about...
then if you printed more than what you need and everybody knew that you printed more, they'd be like, wait a minute. They'd be pointing you out and be like, wait a minute, there's something wrong. So it's like, you get what it's an experiment.
Yeah, but
it's better than being centralized, in my opinion.
But the American citizens, dude, they're
changes a
we're a
monster.
debt society, bro.
See,
you know, we don't like living below the means, right?
Above the means.
No, we like to live on the line.
Yeah,
or above,
slightly above.
Yeah,
I think we like to live slightly above.
And we like to
means.
get into a debt that we might not be able to handle. Without thinking that, pues, que si pasa este jale in 5 years, carnal.
Yeah.
You know, que si me pasa esto, carnal. You know what I mean? You have to think like that. And people don't. It's like if they go in there, say a wife and a husband together make $160,000, or say they make $80,000 a year, 40 and 40, right?
Okay.
And then they go and they want to get into a house, y el pago va a ser $3,000 a month, güey. And the man can say, ¿sabes qué? It's too much. Vamos a estar choking.
Yeah.
Tenemos que pagar la luz. Tenemos que pagar el agua. Tenemos que pagar el carro, el seguro, las taxas.
Yeah.
Tenemos que pagar $3,000. Vamos a estar aquí. Ahí. Vamos a querer a salir a comer.
Yeah.
You know? Y dice la esposa, we can do it. Porque quiere la pinche casa.
Yeah.
¿Entiendes? Porque como decía el chief, es el qué dirán.
El qué dirán.
¿Qué dirán? ¿Qué dirán si no tengo una casa grande?
Yeah.
¿Qué
Keeping
dirán
up with the Joneses.
¿Qué dirán si no tengo un carro nuevo del año?
Yeah.
¿Entiendes? And then, so I'll figure it out. I'll make money. I'll do an extra job.
Vendo botes.
Y, pues, chingado. Okay, vamos a hacerlo.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Y de rato, estás ahogándote, carnal. I always tell people you got to live, if this is the means right here, the line for the means, right? You got to live like this far below.
Yeah.
In case something happens and it falls down, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you still have a little padding to
Little
be.
cushion.
Pero, you know, it kind of sucks having to, drive a Cube instead of a Beamer, you know what I mean?
You know, this last time that we went to San Antonio, I freaked out because we saw at least 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different billboards. You know, those big billboards on the side of, I guess it was I-10. It was a huge billboard that said, act your wage. And it was just like a plain and simple, plain and simple billboard. But I'm like, that's true. Act your wage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that it was interesting.
I told my stepdaughter something important the other day. It's like, if you want to buy something, the way you can really tell that you can afford it is if you can afford to buy 2 of them.
Exactly.
And she was just like, wow. And I was like, yeah, there you go. And she's like, I did my job. If you'll excuse me.
Yeah. And,
that's true.
But if I can only afford 1 and I can still get the 2, I could get the 2 and then figure it out later. No.
Figure it out later. No.
No.
That doesn't happen.
You can't do that because, and sometimes I freak out because you know how they find sometimes that some people that are working in an office space or, handling money, they end up, embezzling money and taking money. And I always think to myself, es el que dirán,
Yeah.
que se metieron en algo que no podían pagar. So, pues déjame sacarle aquí un poquito para pagarlo y de ahí, cuando me paguen, lo meto para atrás y nadie se da cuenta.
No, hashtag no pasa nada.
Y para cuando se llega el payday, chingao, something comes up that you got to take care of. Chinga, pues entonces el next week lo meto en el next paycheck. Y de ahí se llega el next week y, chingao, no puedo pagar lo que estoy. Déjame sacarle un poquito más cuando me llegue el income tax. I'll pay it off. And they won't even know that I took any money out of that. And before
From
you
the
know
petty
it,
cash, is that what it's called, right?
hasta
Petty
el
cash.
tronco, carnal, embezzlement y la chingada.
Hashtag hasta el tronco.
Simón, carnal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it on the comments. Hashtag hasta el tronco.
Yeah.
That comes out on a movie. What is it called? With Christina Applegate.
What,
She's
hasta el
working.
tronco?
No.
I was like, wait, where's this movie at?
Where she's taking money out of their, petty cash because she's like an executive assistant to some fashion designer, and so she takes money from the petty cash, and she's not able to pay it, and she finds herself taking more and more, and it's just like.
And the intentions were always to pay it back.
Yeah.
But before you know it, we're going to have an audit. La madre.
Yeah.
No, ahora tengo que correr para el Sun Loan, World Finance, y sacar unos cuantos loans and renew on that other one. Los que están hasta el tronco en los loan companies también, bro. Y nunca
Shout out
sales.
to my boy, superstar Mario Salazar. What's up? Me están hablando, güey. They're trying to get a hold of you, güey.
I got Sun Loan, like the number, I got it like in my contacts under Sun Loan. Cuando me hablan, carnal. Hey, ya los conozco, culeros.
I ignore those phone calls like the car warranty people.
Hey, dude,
Voila.
they'll call you like 2 days before your payments due.
Yes.
It's like they don't even wait for the day after. They're like 2 days. Sir, your payment's due in 2 days, sir. Chinga, güey, pues dame 2 días, carnal. Le voy a estar en 2 días. No, we're just calling to see if you'd like to renew. Renew? ¿Qué es eso? Well, if you renew, we'll give you $16 and you don't have to make your payment till next month.
Oh.
Pues está bueno, ahorita voy por los $16 y hasta el tronco otro mes, carnal. Nunca sales, carnal.
Pero estaba bruta la 30-pack.
La madre.
De Milwaukee's best.
Hey, at least my drug dealers are paid off, right?
Todas las cuentas bien tabladas.
Madre.
You're square, bro. You're square.
Tenemos velas en la casa sin luz, pero los dealers están pagados, carnal.
Oye, ¿me fías para next month también?
Ya padre, bro. So, anyway, speaking of Trump, he's coming to the Rio Grande Valley tomorrow.
Commander-in-Chief.
There's this big plane in Harlingen that's been there like this since the weekend. I don't. Do you know anything of what's going on with Trump being here in South Texas? I mean,
I've heard some rumors.
I mean, everything. There's so much turbulence going on in America right now, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna come by and hang out with us in McAllen, Texas, dude.
Porque quiere taquería Mary, güey, de la 5 Mile Line.
Pues a la mejor que sí, bro. No sé. But what is it? Is it something with the wall? Have you heard anything in the rumor mill about that?
I've heard multiple reports coming from different people about the wall being an issue, that he's coming down to tighten up border security. But a sub underlying issue is the reason that he's coming down to tighten up the wall and the border security is because intelligence is saying that there's Chinese troops on the Mexican side of the border. So
Where did you hear that?
multiple sources, como dice CNN, multiple
Anonymous sources that are close to the investigation.
Yeah. Up on the upper echelons of the intelligence community.
Instead of saying local sources that were sitting at a table next to one of the guys that said he heard it from some dude at a bar.
Yeah. El vato estaba avientando gossip, el vato. No,
Yeah.
I've heard it from a couple of National Guard guys, like the Texas National Guard or the Texas State Guard.
Yeah.
And then as well as Border Patrol agents and then militia people.
What do you think is going to happen, man? I mean,
No, pues, dude, there's...
the next Wednesday, that's it, right? Biden's in next Wednesday?
Do you want my honest opinion or no?
Well, yeah. I mean,
if you
what's
want.
your honest opinion? What do you think?
I'm on it. Like, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm betting. I've put bets. I got $1,500 betting on Trump going to turn it around. But it's going to be done.
$1,000?
Yeah, $1,500.
With who?
Three friends of mine, $500 each.
See?
Yeah, that Trump's going to turn it around. People were like, dude, this guy's losing his mind. Am I really? Or am I just ahead
What
of the
makes
game?
what makes you say that, bro?
Again, bro, multiple anonymous sources.
Estás más pasado que tú que el
No,
Jim Acosta, carnal.
There's, you know what's crazy is that there's multiple prophets
Ay, juez.
Yeah, you know what a prophet is? Not financial prophet, but
Un profeta.
un profeta.
Simón.
Multiple, I mean, and some big time prophets.
De la Benson Palm Road allá. ¿O qué?
No, ese nomás lee cartas. Ese nomás lee cartas, güey. That's a tarot card reading,
Vive
güey.
cerquita de Alta en el profeta, carnal.
Ese vato nomás te da sobadas.
Hey, no nomás es profeta, es un reflexionista.
Yeah,
Oye.
he's a reflexologist.
Ya.
Certified.
Simón. Y te soba con aceite de olivo, carnal.
Hey, hashtag sacapedos. For real, dog. For real, though.
Te truena los huesitos, de
Ay. Every little huesito is popped.
Lo que te dijo el profeta, carnal.
No, but multiple prophets have said that I mean,
más
a
que
lot of
uno.
them. A lot of them. Like, and I'm talking about big time prophets. Like Ken Clement, like, is one of the guys that's been saying that Trump would serve 2 years, just 2 terms.
What makes him a prophet?
Well, the guys call things that happen before they happen.
Like what?
The guy's been right about like for example, he was right about Trump getting elected. He was one of the people saying Trump was going to get elected.
Pues yo también, carnal, estaba diciendo no me va a ganar Trump.
Pero
But
from
I was
the-
seeing the rallies back then.
Yeah, but from like before 2016, like he was saying this that he was going to win in like.
I would always see
2014,
Trump on Bill
2015.
O'Reilly. And I always thought when Trump would talk on Bill O'Reilly, he was like, este vato sabe lo que está hablando de China y todo ese pedo, man. Because he's all over the world making business.
Yeah.
And you know what? China has the second largest GDP next to the United States. We're number one at like 20%.
Number one.
And then they're at 14, 15%. Russia is number 11. And they're the ones that are always being talked about on the news as being the danger to our democracy.
Yeah.
Or our national security threat.
Yeah.
But China is at number 2. And
Yeah.
something happened last Friday where Pompeo, Secretary of State, he lifted the trade regulations with Taiwan. Okay?
Yeah.
And China's been wanting Taiwan, and they're not too happy with that. So, and I was telling Raleigh, before made in China, it was made in Taiwan.
I remember that.
Before made in Taiwan, it was made in America, right?
Made in
It was made in
America.
America. Then we started going to made in Taiwan. And you said that joke, right? Or was it you that said that joke
Yeah.
about the shoes?
Yeah. How come Mexicans only tie one shoe? Because it says on the bottom of their shoe, Taiwan.
Taiwan, because and that was
Old
a joke.
school.
That was an old school joke because it was made in Taiwan. Lots of our products were made in Taiwan. So then the United States made a deal with China and cut Taiwan out, and China they blew up and ended up becoming the supplier of the world,
Yeah.
and not only with products but viruses.
That's the main thing that's probably going to cause the overturn of this whole election is that virus, is because it's going to be considered an act of war.
I always thought it was something like that, bro, because
You always said that.
the coincidental timing of it.
Well, you tell me, bro. Do you believe that it came out of a lab or from a bat?
It doesn't matter where it came out of. You know where it came out of? China.
Yeah, but there's a difference
and-
between it being accidentally leaked out from a lab or from an animal that happened to be sold in a wet marketplace, which is not the truth, where the truth is.
It could be, but they planted it there from somewhere else.
Yeah,
I mean, you never know.
But what happened was that Hong Kong was planning a revolt against China, and they were uprising and causing like protests.
And the Uyghurs and all that stuff
Yeah,
that a
and-
lot of you people probably never heard of.
Exactly, and then China used the COVID virus as a weapon
To
against
shut
those,
them
to
down.
Shut them down.
Send them home.
Yes,
Clear the streets.
and that got out of hand. That the outbreak of people getting sick got out of hand, and that's where the whole thing is started coming over here. And that nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about.
You're
that.
a conspiracy
I'm a
theorist.
conspiracy, but literally, China is running concentration camps right now where they're doing genetic modification experiments
Yeah.
on women. And
That's
what,
true.
They
what
do.
I'm-
They are doing that. I saw a program on Timcast, and he had some China people, that study the country, and they were talking about how China is offering all this money to scientists and doctors to come to their country and experiment. no holds barred, bro. Over here, there's rules,
Yeah, we got standards,
standards,
morals.
and over there, and there's a what do you call it? When they give you a liver,
Organ harvesting.
organ harvesting.
That is scary.
That's what's going on.
That's what's going on.
straight up.
That's what they've got organ harvesting farms or something like that.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I'm not saying that it's for sure, but
Yo sí te digo, guys.
I've heard
That's what's
about
going on. That's what's going on, and that's why the abortion thing is being pushed away because they use those tissues. They sell them. They sell them to the Chinese to harvest the organs in the lab from healthy baby tissue with stem cells to grow them in the lab. So they'll get a liver grown from a little piece of liver from a baby instead of getting somebody's jacked up liver like Charlie Sheen or something. You get a liver.
ese vato tiene tiger blood, carnal, cállate la
Yeah.
boca, chera.
These guys are getting livers from fetuses and growing them like that.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
There is,
It is crazy.
there's a lot of information out there about that, and
Y la gente no quiere hablar de eso. They want
well,
to.
just because it doesn't affect them here locally, dude. It doesn't matter to them, and if it's something that might save their life, they don't care.
Yeah.
If you have a relative that needs an organ transplant and the only way to get it right away is from there, pues, bring it. I don't care.
Yeah.
When it's a matter of life or death, hey, they're the ones dealing with it. People will think, well, they have 1 billion people. They can do whatever the hell they want. You
That's
know?
exactly
If
how
they
they
lose
think.
100 million, they still got 900 million people to feed.
Yeah.
So, they might be, be able to do things that we're not able to do down here. And then China, what is it, the size of Texas? Or how big is that place? It's not even.
Well, deja tú el pollution, bro. The pollution that's coming out of there, the smog and the air quality that's in China is downright unbearable. And then the stipulations they put on us as green tax laws and stuff vastly outweigh the United States than they do on China. They don't put any regulations on them, but they're dumping all sorts of crap into the rivers and the ocean, and they don't do anything to them. But they'll come down on the United States with tariffs and taxes on the American people, and then line their pockets with that money, the taxpayer money.
There was also a video of some people, the thing is on YouTube, or not just YouTube, but on social media, you see videos, TikTok videos,
Sí.
you see, Facebook Lives, and there were some people talking that there were some Chinese people in, trying to buy farms at triple the amount of the cost here in the United States. And I don't know how true that is. But there's a beef industry as well.
In Texas, they sold like I want to say 8,000 acres of
Well, that's
ranch
not
land.
much. That's not much. I mean, there's
It's next to an Air Force base, though,
okay.
and they sold it to the Chinese. So that's right there suspicious. They're going to have like people could be there on their property taking pictures of all the planes and taking pictures of the technology that we got going on.
Pues a la mejor, bro. I mean, who knows, man? So you honestly think that Trump's gonna come out of it and
It's not going to be Trump doing something crazy. It's going to be the military taking over and showing people what's going on. There's going to be a declassification of all the files that they've been keeping secret, including the aliens and all that stuff. You remember?
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that Trump is going to declass the UFO files and whatnot before he leaves office. He said,
There was
I'm
something
just going to
big.
let everybody know what's going on.
Pues, ¿por qué no, bro?
let them know. Let them know the truth. Let the cards fall where they
Scare
may.
the shit out of us.
Yeah.
I want to see that
Yeah.
alien.
Deja tú, bro. What would people do? People may think I'm crazy, but just put it into your mind and say, what if he's right? And what if I get a text message on an emergency broadcast system, así como hace Amber Alert, ¿verdad? And you're like, oh man, and then you see that, and then you click on it. What are you gonna do if they show you that the people that you found most admirable in Hollywood and all the people that you support in politics are behind some of the most heinous crimes against humanity that you could imagine? Like, how would you process? Like,
Well, what they're trying to say is if you have any type of business or any type of support for the communist, country of China, you're an accessory to what they do to their people. And that's what they're trying to say. I mean, it's like that NBA guy that tweeted something that was in support of the Hong Kong dissidents. And then he gets a call from the main guy. Hey, take it down, bro.
yeah, Exactly.
And they had to take it down. LeBron James and some other basketball players, they were asked about it. Well, it's their country, it don't matter. But then they're ready to shit on the United States of America for whatever civil liberties are taken here. But over there, where they're making a lot of money,
they're literally imprisoning people who speak out against the government.
And,
they're the doctors that are coming out and telling the truth about what's going on with the virus, they're getting kidnapped.
They are.
They're getting taken in vans and never heard from again. They're taken to those concentration camps, and nobody's talking about that.
Speaking of, there was this. Let me look him up. This billionaire,
Jack Ma.
Jack Ma.
He's the owner of Alibaba.
Yeah, he's like in the top 20 billionaires. He's like 19 or 18.
Alibaba is like the Amazon of Asia.
Yeah. And so this guy, he spoke at some convention and he talked, criticized China. And he disappeared. Everybody was like, where the hell is he? He's missing.
Hicieron kidnap al Bezos, like somebody like of that nature.
Yeah. And so I just saw an article today that he has been laying low.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting for that to be going on, laying low. Also, I mean, there's just a lot of things going on. Something else that happened this past week, there was like blackouts, dude.
Pakistan and the Vatican had a
Vatican.
blackout. Florida had a blackout. Houston.
Nationwide power blackout plunges Pakistan into darkness.
You know what was going on behind the scenes there?
Well,
do you know?
Don't tell me you have a source.
No. This is the reason the blackout happened.
Why?
Because the United States found out that General Electric was going to be sold to the Chinese in Pakistan, and they were going to take after Biden came in, they were going to take over the factory. And General Electric actually makes a big part of our military equipment, and they were going to sell it to the Chinese in Pakistan off of our country's soil, so it doesn't become a crime of the country. And all the people that were in General Electric and they're working for them, they were going to be out of a job here because their company was going to get shipped over to China.
Well, as many jobs have been already.
Yeah, and when the United States found out about that and found out that deal was going to go down, it was going to be $5.4 billion that they were going to pay for the company.
Yeah,
they shut it down.
You know another thing I heard, and it's very credible. The reason Italy got hit so hard by COVID is because China has factories there with Chinese immigrants.
Oh, wow.
Making products in order to be able to stamp them made in Italy.
Well,
And they were shipping the immigrants to work from China back and forth. And that's why COVID hit Italy. It just stomped them.
But did you see also during the Vatican's blackout, did you see the video?
That was creepy, dude.
Where you could hear gunshots?
Well, I didn't hear gunshots, but the bells started ringing. Dong, 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 and it was like,
well, when it went black, if the first maybe 15, 20 seconds, you hear what sounds like pa, 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 pa. Y luego de repente se oye como una big explosion, like somebody like blew a door open. And then it stops. So it's there.
I didn't hear that. I was watching because there's a YouTube camera on the Vatican.
A live
and it was
stream.
Pitch black, dude.
Yeah.
And then
it was creepy.
It was so creepy.
And at that same moment, Pakistan was plunged into darkness.
¿Qué les dije, guys?
And then,
I put it on my page. Did you see me put it on my page?
And then Raymond says, charge your batteries and charge your phones and gas up. And I told Rally, and Rally he got all the phones. He started Se cagó todo.
No, dude. And I told people,
cracking up, dude.
I told people blackout's imminent. Y de repente, blackout started happening. And it's not... Oh, pues no me pegó acá en Álamo. Okay, just because it didn't hit you in Álamo doesn't mean there's 2 million people. There's literally 2 million people right now in the United States without power right now. There's blackouts in the Northwest.
Well, just because of the snow and all that stuff. Is it? Well, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, because what happens is ice.
Yeah, I know.
Ice is on those lines and it breaks them out. That's why they need to start doing the power lines through under the ground.
Sí, pero like people will tell you, oh, it's because of the ice, but there's also operations going on right now. Like there's a huge military operation going. If you search the ¿cómo se dice? El radar of the airplane traffic. If you search it right now, look over DC. And look what's going on. There's hundreds of military aircraft over D.C. right now. There's troops galore. There's something going down right now. There's generators in D.C.
Well, they're getting ready for the inauguration, dude, because they're afraid that the shit might break up like it did on the 6th.
Yeah, but it's going to be a virtual inauguration.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean people aren't going to go to the freaking Capitol to protest and stuff.
I think the troops are there for
they don't care.
Bigger reason than that.
Yeah, for whichever 10,000 people viewing the virtual inauguration, there'll be more, 20,000. They had 200,000 in the Capitol in D.C. on the 6th, dude.
I would think it was more than that.
I would say it was more than that.
That's
conservatively speaking.
It was 200,000 people there. All right. And so on inauguration day, can you imagine if they would have done it live there, like they usually do it?
I'm going to say something on that's a little unpopular because people are saying that Donald Trump was calling for an insurrection, calling for wild people to go get crazy and stuff. Not at all. The whole time Trump was speaking, he was telling everybody to be peaceful, respect the law, and respect, back blue lives y todo el pedo, ¿verdad? Imagine if Trump would have been started off, if Trump really wanted to start off a rally, be like,
all right, my fellow Americans, it's Boogaloo time. Let's get up.
Ya no se oyeron los boogaloo's.
Imagine if he would have just started off his speech like that.
The Boogaloo's upon us.
Dude, you're talking about mayhem on a different level.
Hagan un desmadre.
Yeah.
Let's take it off.
Some guy was saying on YouTube that I watch sometimes. His name is Styx Hexenhammer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that Trump could or should sue everybody that said that he was the one that incited it by saying, because there's no recording, there's no proof of him saying for them to attack the Capitol.
We should say the same thing, like how Democrats are like, oh, there's no proof of voter fraud. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence, bro? We should do that. Like, Trump incited violence. Where's the evidence, bro?
Yeah, because in the speech he said, everybody peacefully, protest or something like that.
Go home. Even when he told people to go home in peace.
That's what I heard, but I don't know, man. So we'll see. For now, we got some light here, and the last time we had a blackout, man, we were dying.
We still did the show.
We did the show with Prendimos la Vela.
Hey, whoa, hey,
yeah.
ding, 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 ding,
Yeah. Yeah.
The pun horn.
That's crazy, dude. How you coined that, and then it became like people started ripping it off.
Oh yeah, bro.
I went to the Pulga over there in San Antonio, and there were shirts that said "Prende la Vela" with Dallas Cowboys.
Me mandaron un picture de Prende la Vela, una vela de Joe Biden y Kamala Harris. Güey, no mames.
Sí,
güey, neta. They had little candles.
And
made.
then there was that attorney too that was saying "Prende la Vela" con quién sabe qué vela también.
Rose Vela.
Yeah.
Rose
Puro
Vela.
free advertising.
Oye,
carnal.
vato, no agarraste los royalties o nada.
No, bro. Because I truthfully, I didn't ever copyright it because it was it wasn't mine. It was my uncle's.
So what?
Por eso I felt bad.
Te mochas con el tío, carnal, unas natural lights o algo, carnal.
Pues I was gonna do that, pero el vato debe chingo de child support. Y dijo, no quiero hacer nada de feria.
Pues sí, no. Le pagas cash, carnal. Cash under the table.
Eso ya no se vale,
Nomás
bro.
no lo hagas que firme papel o nada, carnal. Entiendes que no proof, no paper trail, nada de eso.
Yo voy a tener que pagar los taxas.
Simón, no. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back. We got the NFL Wild Card Weekend. We got some highlights coming up right after this.
Start the new year right by being healthy. Call Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and schedule an appointment today. If you feel sluggish, you have no energy, or you're stressed, even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gain weight, let Dr. T's Primary Care for Men increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Dr. T's can help you with their weight management program, IV therapy, and various supplements to make sure you are and stay in top shape. If we've learned anything this past year, it's that your health is very important. So call Dr. T's today, 956-441-2188. Dr. T's Primary Care for Men, 956-441-2188. Once again, the number is 956-441-2188. Make an appointment today. Dr. T's Primary Care for Men.
About 3 years ago, I was set at a $300,000 bond for 3 crimes. From one day to another, I went from being, a coach, knowing a lot of parents, people around the whole PSJ area, McAllen, Edinburgh, around the whole valley. From one day to another, I lost all of that. I went to jail for 21 days, and my family met Mr. Flores, and he helped us out. He helped me out to reduce my bond from $300,000 to $50,000. I was back at home, and I went to court for about a year. But Mr. Flores would always tell me, I got it. I would call him all the time, like I'd be freaking out. Mr. Flores, 2, 3 in the morning, I'd call Mr. Flores, and Mr. Flores would answer my phone calls. And he'd be like, hey bro, chill out. It's gonna be all right. Just leave it up to me. I don't know what he saw in me that he believed that, what I was telling him. And, little by little, the things started coming out. I recommend Mr. Flores because he doesn't see you as money. He saw me as a family member or as a brother or as, so he treats you with heart. And nowadays, that's, especially in that world, that's very hard to find.
All right. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors.
Thank you.
Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and women also, and also Renee Flores. We appreciate you, and we thank you so much. All right. And we have a new schedule.
Yes, we do.
A new schedule. Monday is the new Tuesday Night Live. It's on Monday night now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So can you want to tell them about it, baby?
Yes, so Monday tonight, 8 p.m. Tomorrow, Tetera Tuesday Music Mix is also at 8. Wednesday, we moved the Rock and Chaz show from Thursday to Wednesday, also at 8 p.m. And our Throwback Thursday Music Mix is at 8. So you can't forget every Monday through Thursday, it's at 8 o'clock, our live stream.
All right. So thank you so much to everybody that supports the show.
Yes, thank you.
And we're looking forward to the new schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Raymond, I just want to say, you've really made a big impact with the Dallas Cowboy.
America's team.
Yeah.
God's team.
They're using you in memes and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, when you become a meme, you've made it.
I made it, baby. Top of the world, ma.
The best meme is when they put your face with a hat with a puchero.
Yeah.
That's one of the funniest faces I've ever seen, bro.
I like the one where they put me in like the headset, como the coach's headset, como si soy Jason Garrett, y dice, prende la vela. Like,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fantastic. Did you see any of the wild card games this weekend?
I just caught the highlights, man, porque, if it's not the Cowboys, yo no los guacho.
¿Pa qué votar hay 3 horas?
I'm not going to waste my time, bro.
And not only you, bro, it's like this year was a very low-rated year for the NFL.
Sports in general.
Sports in general.
They went woke.
NBA went totally in the tank.
They went woke. They went broke.
Yeah, and I don't think that the NFL it had really anything to do as much with going woke or whatever as it was that Dallas wasn't doing good.
Yeah.
When Dallas is doing good, the ratings are great all around, bro.
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys fans, there's more Dallas Cowboy fans in the United States of America than any other team. When you go to a Dallas Cowboy away game, there's more Dallas Cowboy fans in the stadium than there are for the fans for the team that's home.
Hashtag truth.
Neta, carnal.
Yeah.
You go to San Diego Chargers, puro pinche Dallas Cowboy, carnal.
Yep.
You go to Kansas City, puro pinche Dallas Cowboys. Atlanta, puro donde quiera, carnal.
Yeah.
They don't just travel. They live in those areas.
We're worldwide, baby.
Because Texas is so big, we got people all over the place. We got Dallas Cowboy implants everywhere. You go to Oregon,
Son como los Chinese spies, carnal.
My aunt, well, almost. You go to Oregon, my cousins over there, my aunt had 16 kids.
Where's Sue?
16 kids, and the oldest one is my dad's age.
Wow.
The youngest one is my age.
Wow.
And they all got kids. Puro pinche Dallas Cowboys, carnal.
16 kids deep, and each one of them with kids?
Eh,
Wow.
Hombre, they live in Woodburn, Oregon. I said, cámbiale el nombre pa' Floresville, carnal.
Yeah.
They're the ones that pay more taxes there than anybody on the other family, bro.
Wow.
But I was like Dallas Cowboys. But then again, Oregon doesn't have a team, right? They have to go to Washington to Seattle.
They got the Ducks.
And then you got San
College.
Francisco to the
The
south.
Ducks.
Yeah, college.
Yeah.
And
And
they got the Oregon
that's very
Ducks.
popular. Yeah.
Awesome.
So the Colts lost against the Bills. Did you get to see
In
that
a
game?
heartbreaker, bro. Pobrecito Mario estaba llorando porque Phillip Rivers was playing for the Colts.
And he did so good, dude.
He was dominating, man. He was. I like the way he plays, man. Como dice Mario, he plays with a lot of passion.
See, he does. And the Bills, man. But
What I like about Phillip Rivers is que el vato no hace cuss.
no,
He never cusses. And it's super funny. Like you'll see, like watch Phillip Rivers mic'd up, like in moments when he's like talking smack to the. It's so cheesy. Like it seems like a dad talking
Neta.
smack. Yeah, it's super funny.
I'll look it up.
It's really like wholesome family entertainment.
Everybody thought the Bills were just going to destroy them, and no, I didn't think so. I said the Colts they're going to play, and Phillip Rivers is a good team leader. I think they're going to do pretty good next year as well.
I wonder if he'll come back porque ese Phillip Rivers también tiene chingo de huercos.
See,
He's got like 9 kids.
no, hombre. Tiene que
I think he
venir
might
pa-
have 10.
But he's going to
Oh
play
my
till
gosh.
he's 50 years old.
He's trying to make a football team by himself.
He'll be playing till he's 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Rams beat the Seahawks 30-20, which was kind of like a boring game. I saw it. I don't watch the whole game. I watch it like on YouTube. I watch
The highlights.
the 12-minute condensed game.
I like
It's-
those.
It's fast-paced. It's exciting.
Yeah.
That's the way I like it.
That's
Quick.
exactly how if it's not the Cowboys, I'll watch it like that.
Yeah. So the Rams won 30-20. We have some highlights on this game. The Buccaneers versus the Washington football team. And it was Tom Brady, dude. I mean, the guy, he's unstoppable. No matter what team.
That guy drinks collagen.
His first year out of the New England Patriots, and they don't make it to the playoffs like in a decade and a half.
Wow.
And then his the first time he ever leaves New England and plays with a different team, and he takes that team to the playoffs.
And they weren't in the playoffs the year before.
No, and they're going into to the next level.
Yeah.
But, I kind of figured they were going to beat Washington. But Washington's kind of the toughest team. A Dallas no me los hubieran dejado en vergüenza, yo creo.
No, hombre, bro, you have no faith, bro. Come on, man.
Pero-
yo de volada, de repente prendemos una vela en caliente, bro.
And what do you think is wrong with the Dallas Cowboys, bro?
It's the offensive line. If you fix the offensive line and bring Dak back, bro, that the Cowboys this year, I've told you the Cowboys would have won the Super Bowl.
I don't
People
know
say
about that,
you
bro.
say that every year, bro. You say, dude, they had all the weapons. Imagine the games that we were in. We didn't lose by a lot. We lost 2 games by a real big margin, right?
Yo te apuesto que nomás que se salga Jerry Jones de ahí, carnal, chinga, van a subir y van a hacer un pinche dynasty, vato, otra vez.
I think with Dak coming back, I think Dak really was a lot better than what people gave him credit for. Hashtag Dak attack. Hashtag Dak to the future.
So the Buccaneers beat Washington 31-23. The Ravens beat the Titans. That was yesterday, 20-13. Then you had the Saints beat the Bears. Drew Brees was like 42 years old, dude.
As a Texas way.
Yeah, Westlake.
You got to give him credit because being from Texas automatically makes you a superhuman. It's been scientifically proven with lots of documented evidence to prove it.
Austin Westlake won this weekend. They were playing the
The
number
state champion
They
or
were,
what?
I don't know, but they were playing the number 2 team, and they were number 10, and they beat them.
Wow.
So Austin Westlake, man,
The Commodores, right?
a lot of money around that time. So 21-9, the Bears are out. The surprise upset, and man, what an upset! Browns beat the Steelers 48-37. By the first quarter, it was like 32-0.
Dude,
Oh my
28-0.
The Browns scored in like the first 14 seconds.
Yeah, with the turnovers.
Yeah, just a pick 6 right out the gate. It's like, wow.
We've got some highlights on that, and it was just it was totally a breakdown of the whole Steelers team, dude.
How many interceptions did Roethlisberger throw that game?
You know, and with I don't know, it was like 4 or 5, but there were some deflections. You know.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm thinking like, how much more time does Roethlisberger have to play, dude?
Yeah.
Is he on his way out? Is he going to stick it out another year?
I really thought that they were going to win the Steelers were actually going to be in the Super Bowl contra los.
Shit, they were undefeated for a while,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
And
Y luego to lose against the Browns, bro.
yeah.
Que loco.
Well, the Browns were on fire, dude. They were on fire. So
That running back, güey, está desgraciado.
El Chubbs.
El Chubb.
Está desgraciado ese vato, no lo paran. He did a lot of long runs,
Gacho,
bro.
dude.
Y el quarterback también está desgraciado, bro. That was something I was going to say about that Washington Buccaneers game. The Washington quarterback, Heineke, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He did pretty damn good, bro.
Oh, when he dove for like a touchdown.
Yeah.
He sacrificed his body.
Yeah, he sure did, man. And he hit that little pylon and vámonos. So this coming week, man, let's see what Raymond's picks are. Rams versus the Packers, bro. Saturday at 3:30.
I'm gonna go with the Rams only because I hate Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
So do I, dude.
For what they've done to the Cowboys in the past. And that's if you're saying, Raymond, that's a real biased pick. Absolutely. 1,000%. Super biased. I hate Aaron Rodgers. I don't even do business with his insurance company because I hate him so much.
Well,
discount double check. I'll pay double.
I think they've got 4. They've got 4 Super Bowls. So if they go to the Super Bowl and win it, they're gonna be tied with the Cowboys.
Don't even say that, bro. Don't even say that.
That's blasphemous.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
All right, so you're picking the Rams on pure emotion.
On pure emotions.
Okay.
Based on my emotions.
Just
That's it.
hatred.
Just straight
Don't be spewing any hatred.
Just straight hatred.
No, don't be spewing that because they'll deplatform you.
Hate speech.
Ravens versus the Bills.
Ravens versus the Bills, man. I'm going to take the Bills only because Beasley.
Coles Beasley.
I like Beasley, dude. Put some sauce on it.
El Quincy Carter, I would have him, right? El quarterback de los Cowboys. Aquí venía para mi casa a veces, para mi studio. Cuando estaba viviendo aquí en Hueslaco y we do a little NFL thing, right? And he goes, well, let me tell you, Rock, Coles Beasley.
Coles Beasley.
Shout out to my good friend Quincy Carter, man, who unfriended me and probably blocked me on social media.
Oh yeah,
man.
you know who I'm a huge fan of is Shannon Sharp.
Oh yeah,
come on, come on, Skip. Skip. Come on, Skip.
Is that him on that meme where like on that GIF?
Yeah. Come on, Skip.
Yeah.
Come on, Skip.
That guy was good, man, when he was
bro,
playing, bro.
But on his smack talk, bro,
Yeah.
Just to smack talk, I love the way he
do they have
antagonizes
do they have a Twitter account?
Yeah.
Which, man, he's
Come
he's
on,
spewing
Skip.
hatred.
Come on, Skip.
He's inciting.
I mean, you like the Cowboys. Come
He's
on.
inciting violence.
He's inciting hate speech.
On television. I mean, we should go and we should, protest in front of ESPN or
Why
wherever,
not protesting?
whatever station he's on.
They're going to protest in front of Google and in front of
Twitter?
Amazon for
Amazon.
for the people that took down the servers for Parler.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
All right, so the Browns versus the Chiefs.
Oh, dude. Chiefs, bro.
Chiefs, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
I
no.
love watching that kid play, man.
Patrick Mahomes.
Sí.
Está desgraciado el vato.
Sí.
Yeah, I like the way he plays, bro.
No lo quería Mario Salazar, no lo quería para nada.
I've been
vato.
told that I look like him, so I'll take the Chiefs based on the
Mahomes.
fact that I look like him. No
Órale.
más.
Pues con el pelo, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
I love it.
Y los sunglasses.
A bootleg Patrick Mahomes, man.
So the Chiefs beat the Browns. Okay. And then Buccaneers versus the Saints.
Ooh, probably that's going to be the best game to watch, bro.
Those are 2 seasoned quarterbacks. Out of all these, Packers, Buccaneers, and Saints have the veteran quarterbacks.
I'm going to take the Saints only because Drew Brees is from Texas, and Texas is the greatest nation in the history of the world. The best country in the history of the world. Scientific fact.
So then for the championship games, you're saying Saints, Rams, and Bills, Chiefs.
Saints and Rams.
And the Bills and Chiefs the following week.
Saints and Rams. Man, yeah.
Yeah, well, you're saying Saints
Yeah,
will
yeah.
beat the Bucks.
And Bills and Chiefs would be a good game.
And Rams
I'm just gauging the goodness of the games, how they're going to be. It's going to be a good game.
If the Packers win, man, they're going to end up playing another, an excellent Hall of Fame quarterback Tom Brady or Drew Brees. So,
Se va a hacer la carnita asada.
sabes muy bien que los referees van a hacer que ganen los Packers, carnal.
You think so?
Pues that'll draw more ratings.
The Packers and the Buccaneers or what?
The-
Tom Brady?
or the Packers and the Saints. It'll just be the story, the narrative.
Yeah.
A seasoned quarterback with Super Bowl rings
Te oyes como
versus
NFL films, el
the
vato.
first ever Buccaneer quarterback, Tom Brady, with 5 rings on his fingers. What a championship game for ratings.
Yeah. That sounds like the NFL films guy.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen, man. And some people actually think a lot of these games are premeditated, like
Yeah,
wrestling.
You ever seen a play que...
My suegro says that.
Yeah, I was going to say my dad says that.
Yeah, my suegro. No. Hey, I don't watch football anymore. Ese jalde ya está comprado. Ya saben que va a ganar y todo.
You ever seen como cuando hacen una kick como un field goal y va, like it's going to go inside and then it starts curving to the outside?
Uh-huh.
Y you don't think there's something in the football que alguien le picó un botón for the guy to miss?
That's highly likely.
A lo mejor
for
que
sure.
sí, bro.
I sometimes I thought about that like
Como unos dados cargados, carnal.
yeah, exactly, like some loaded dice. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a football que da
Yeah.
yeah. And it's a boing, yeah, doink, doink.
Yeah, dude. What I was wondering, speaking still on the topic of the NFL, how in the hell are they making money, dude? I was telling my wife.
Well, they're a nonprofit organization.
No, but check it out. The freaking stadiums. I mean, all the employees there, all the snacks, all the beer sales. It's a trickle down thing. The taxes, those cities that have those monster stadiums, they ain't getting no taxes out of it.
Yeah.
There's nobody working to tax. There's nobody buying a hot dog and a beer that costs like
ticket.
$30.
Yeah.
And nobody's buying a ticket, which also has, a tax to it. And it also has a fee when you buy it online.
A convenience fee.
And then, the lifts and the Ubers and the tailgate parties that consist of barbecues and beer. And
It's its own economy.
it's an economy, bro.
Yeah.
And there's no, and then you've got these guys making $80 million, dude. And then the ratings tanked. And that's where the money is. The advertisers are the ones, the networks pay these NFL teams in order to be able to televise the events. They all compete for that. And then nobody's watching them. So the advertisers are saying, shit, I ain't going to pay $1 million.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to watch me. Mejor lo pongo en Facebook, carnal, en la
Yeah.
feria. O lo pongo en Google o algo.
Lo googleo.
Sí.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
they're cutting deals for them for next year because of the ratings were so bad this year.
Well, I don't even know if that's going to help.
Yeah.
I mean, we went to go pick up a motorcycle this past weekend, and the guy watching the game had a little thing hanging like that with his phone, watching it on the phone. He wasn't in the TV watching it.
Wow.
He was watching it on the phone. So there's analytics and digital stuff that they're using nowadays in order to be able to sell advertisement in a digital manner and try to make. But I would think that's pennies to the dollar, dude, compared to the big money corporate television contracts,
Yeah.
dude.
And having that stadium full.
Yeah. And who's going to control all that revenue? The FANG.
Dang.
Fang. There
Yeah.
you go.
Facebook, Amazon, and what else?
Apple.
Apple.
Netflix.
and Google.
And
Yeah.
Google.
Yeah.
Dang.
Qué loco, bro. Pues
Hombre.
chinga, a ver qué pasa, 99.5. Asustamos. But we'll be seeing you later, ladies and gentlemen. Raymond, I want to appreciate you for coming by and hanging out with me.
It's been a privilege and an honor being on the greatest talk show this side of the Western Hemisphere. Greatest, most prestigious talk show that I've ever been on in my entire career. Professional Valley Talk. The epitome of sophisticated Valley Talk. Shout out to Las Milpas. ¿Qué onda?
Le vamos a poner Holmes.
Ahí lo guachamos.
Y'all have a good one.
God bless.
Thank you. Monday Night Live. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we've got Tetera Tuesday. So be sure to join me. And on Wednesday, we have the Rock and Chaz show. Wednesday at 8. And then
Wednesday.
Thursday at 8, we have Throwback Thursday. You all have a good one.
God loves you, man. God loves you so much.
Good night.
Make sure to follow Raymond. Funny Raymond. RaymondIsFunny.com or what is it?
Yeah, at Raymond is Funny on all social media. At
Órale.
Raymond is Funny, you'll find me.
Órale, cabrón. Asústame one time.